So hello everyone, welcome to my another video. So as I promised that I will be uploading another question of the case study related to Sheehan syndrome. So I am here with this question. So let's read the question, try to analyze it, try to relate it and select the correct option. So let's start. A husband of a 25-year-old white female consults you about his wife. 18 months ago, her last pregnancy was complicated by placental abruption, hemorrhagic shock, and the birth of a stillborn infant. So she did not lactate and has not menstruated since the delivery. Since that time, she has become increasingly fatigued and apathetic and has noticed a marked decrease in her libido. So which one of the following is the most likely diagnosis? So I am requesting you to please not get panic stricken by looking at this long question. Just try to relate it with the symptoms. So let's look at the options given over here first. So option A, prolonged grief reaction. Option B, postpartum pituitary necrosis. Option C, postpartum depression. And option D, iron deficiency anemia. So let's try to relate it and pick up the correct option. But before relating the disease and the symptoms, I have a hint for you. So in the hint, I have mentioned the about the Sheehan syndrome. That is the Sheehan syndrome mind map over here. So anterior pituitary infection leading to the hypertrophic behavior of the anterior pituitary, and which leads it to become susceptible to hypoxic injuries like hemorrhage, and at the same time anterior pituitary infarction leading to decrease in the hormones such as FSH, LH, prolactin, TSH, ACTH and growth hormone. So this is the mind map of the Sheehan syndrome presented over here as a source of hint. So now let's try to resolve out the question. So here I have tried to highlight the points which are important source of symptoms to relate to the disease. So at first I have mentioned about the hemorrhagic shock. So we already looked at that point that due to infarction of the anterior pituitary in Sheehan syndrome, it leads to hemorrhagic shock as the anterior pituitary becomes physiologically hypertrophic, so it is susceptible to the hypoxic injuries like hemorrhage. And then the birth of a stillborn infant means she is gravida 1 para 0. I already discussed about this gravidity and parity concept in the previous video, that she has been pregnant for once but she was not able to give birth to a viable child. So she is G1 P0, means she gave birth to a stillborn infant, means dead infant. So G1 P0 condition. Then she did not lactate and has not menstruated since the delivery. Just keep in touch with the highlighted points over here. Then since that time she has become increasingly fatigued and apathetic. So fatigue, one more important point which I can relate with the symptoms of the Sheehan syndrome. Then and has noticed a marked decrease in her libido. So after going through this condition, this case study, and analyzing the highlighted points over here, I can somehow relate that she has been suffering from Sheehan syndrome, because these all symptoms can be related as due to the decrease in the hormones which are released from the anterior pituitary. Like she is not able to lactate, she has not menstruated, she has been increasingly fatigued. So not able to lactate can be related to decreased prolactin formation leading to lactation failure, just like the just as it has occurred in the Sheehan syndrome. Then fatigue can be a cause of the decreased TSH production, and these all indicate that the damage in the anterior pituitary, which are leading to the decrement of these hormones, and decrement in the hormones are causing these types of symptoms. So somehow it is related to Sheehan syndrome, isn't it? So now it's turn to pick up the correct answer. Option A, prolonged drift reaction. Option B, postpartum pituitary necrosis. Option C, postpartum depression. And option D, iron deficiency anemia. So what do you think out of these 4 is correct? So the correct answer is postpartum pituitary necrosis, and it is the cause of Sheehan syndrome. So let's try to relate it for once again. Postpartum pituitary necrosis leading to its hypertrophic behavior and then susceptible to hypoxic injuries like hemorrhage. Then at the same time, the postpartum pituitary necrosis causes decrease in the hormones like FSH, LH, prolactin, TSH, ACTH and growth hormone, which are leading to the such conditions as mentioned over here in the question. So please mark the option B as correct. So I hope that I am able to present the question in a right manner to you and explain the concept accordingly. So if you like the video, please share it to your friends, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Keep watching, keep learning.